So, many people have been asking for this. This is my top 10 movies ever. This is something that people want to talk about, and I had to put a lot of time and thought into this. So, guys, without further ado, let's take a look at my top 10 movies ever. So then, here they are, the top 10. Shit. So, the top 10 movies ever. Guys, remember, this is just my opinion, and here we go. I'm really excited to do this, because these films, to me, are so inspirational. So inspirational. So, coming in at number 10 is Justice League. Not the Snyder Cut. No, I prefer the Whedon Cut, because I like all the trimmed down stuff. I don't really like character development. What is the point of character development when you can get straight to the action? And hey, this film does so much right. Like, it makes Batman funny.
Yeah. Oh, something is definitely bleeding.
Gives him some comedic moments. Why does he need to be serious all the time, like in the Dark Knight films? He's so much better like this, being funny, cracking some jokes. It's, you know, smiling. He looks happy. He looks happy to be there. Makes me more happy to be there. That's the beauty of this thing. So yeah, we love that. Don't we love like the jokes that the Flash is cracking, like when he falls on Wonder Woman's boobs? It makes it so much better. See, look, I'm smiling because I'm smiling. It must mean the film's great. And I love the fact that the villain, you know, we don't have to spend time building him up. We just get straight to he's the bad guy and we got to fight him. Don't we love that? It's so great. The fact that they also like put in just this generic score, because who cares about a score in a movie, really? You don't need it. The fast-paced editing and stuff that doesn't really give you any time to explain things, because it's more focused on just getting you to the action. I mean, that's what we want. We want to see the action. These are superheroes. We want to see them fight. That's all we want. So it's better that happened. So yeah, fuck Snyder's Cut. Next up is The Lion King. No, not that one. Not that one. Get that out of here. This one. That's right. Directed by Jon Favreau. This guy's directed some really dull films, like The Jungle Book, where they tried to change it. Like, they made it different to the original. Why do that? Everyone loves the original. He made, like, Iron Man, which started off the MCU, which is... Who cares about the MCU? Do you know what I mean? It's like, do people actually care? Do people go see them? I mean, I hear they're trying to do TV series now. What, I mean, what's that about? He done Elf as well, one of the worst Christmas movies. I mean, this guy... But here, he's made a masterpiece. Here, he has made something incredible. I mean, look at this. Look at how real those lions look. I mean, that is incredible. It is so fantastic. They died down all the songs. They're not as over the top anymore. I mean, in the original, when they do, like, I Just Can't Wait to Be King, there's all these bright colours, and there's like, the toucan flying all about and stuff, and they're running over animals' backs, and it's so unrealistic. It's better in this one, where they're just running across a mud hole. I mean, yeah, it's just so much better. The voice acting as well, I mean... They're not always happy and as fun as flamboyant. They kind of just die themselves down, which is great because it makes it more realistic. I mean, let's just take another look at a clip. Look at this movie.
Born into the strongest pride in Luangwa, the future looks bright.
It's so good. It looks so good. So good. Next up, we have the Emoji Movie. Probably the best animated film of all time. Why? Because it's so incredible. It's relatable. Everyone uses emojis. That's why this film is fantastic. It's relatable. I use emojis. You use emojis. They get used more than words nowadays. So the Emoji Movie, it deserves a place on this list, don't you think? You disagree? Well, hey, let me prove you wrong. This is why this film is amazing. James Corden voices a hand, a height 5. You've got Patrick Stewart voicing poop. I mean, it's like he was born to play that role. He was so good in this film. I love the humour in this. A lot of the jokes were, they make up the emoji bot. Tell me, who hasn't gone into a club and tried to do the emoji bot? It's a classic. It's classic. This film has heart to it. It has soul. It has depth. The animation is so, like, generic because emojis are kind of generic, I guess, in, like, the way they look. They're just very generic looking things because they're emojis. So the generic animation sort of fits that. And that's why it's great. That's why it's great. It's a great movie. Yeah, Emoji Movie. Great time. I can't even read my own handwriting. This is... Okay. Number 7 is... Are we ready for this? Transformers. Which one? Because they're all pretty great. Let's face it. The Last Night. That's right. The last one. Rounded up this whole franchise perfectly. I mean, here's the thing with Transformers is it's probably the best franchise ever. I mean, anyone who says, like, Star Wars or Marvel, or even something a bit more classic like The Godfather or Indiana Jones, you're just being stupid. It's not as good as Transformers. It's just not. I mean, like, the money that goes into these movies and the explosions. Oh my god. They're so epic, so action-packed. Don't you just love sitting there in the cinema and just boom, 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 boom. Got too excited. But don't you just love that stuff? It's so cool. I mean, it's amazing. And especially, I feel really left out here because I'm not American, but I can imagine being an American. It makes you so proud. There's so many American flags, and there's so many America, hell yeah, bits going on in it, that it's just so exciting. The Transformers look so incredible. Half the time they have to transform off screen because there's so much work for this company to do. You can't expect them to do it all the time. Show the Transformers transforming. The jokes in it, the underage jokes and stuff are just so inappropriate that they're great, you know, I love it. But anyway, specifically to The Last Night, don't you just love how, like, Optimus Prime is barely in this movie? All of the jokes with Anthony Hopkins and the C-3PO ripoff. I like the fact that this movie has about 20 different storylines going on in it, and then they all collide. I mean, this film has 8 writers, and they all put about 8 stories into this movie. It's incredible. Next up, here we go. Number 6. Are we ready for this? I'm ready. Are you guys ready? I'm not sure you're ready, because I'm going to say it and you're going to be like, oh damn, that movie is incredible. I forgot about that. The Predator. Which one? Because there's only one good one, really. I mean, you've got the original of Arnie, which is cheesy and boring. You got the second one, which, you know, does it even exist? Does anyone care? You got the third one where it takes to another planet, but why go to another planet when you can be stuck on Earth? Relatable, people. We want these movies on Earth. Relatable. We want to relate to them. The Predator, 2018. Directed by Shane Black. Shane Black, I mean, he done Iron Man 3, which, let's face it, that movie was so bad. I mean, who wanted to see Tony Stark out the Iron Man suit? Who wanted a really cool twist in the movie? He was done Nice Guys. I mean... Nice Guys, what the hell? That movie was just so bad. But The Predator 2018 was absolutely incredible. Why? They come up with something creative. The Predator didn't just come here to hunt this time like in all the other movies. He came here to get autism from a child. Not that genuinely, that is the plot, and it's absolutely incredible. Like, they come up with this new epic idea. Guys, this is so good. The characters, they're all different. They all have these quirky personalities, and they're all arguing with one another the whole time, and none of them are likeable. But that's the thing, you don't need them to be likeable, because you know most of them are going to die anyway. And then you've got the CGI dogs, which just look so kind of bad, but, you know, it doesn't matter because they're aliens. Who knows? Maybe aliens will look like terrible CGI dogs. Who cares? And the end bit, guys, you know, the scene.
What is that? That's my new suit, Bubba.
That's my suit. Fucking badass. Pixels. We all love a bit of Adam Sandler. I had to include some Adam Sandler because he is truly the best thing that we've ever been given, alongside Nicolas Cage and Vin Diesel. Like, just straight up fantastic actors there all the way around. Adam Sandler is just so fantastic. I wanted to put all of his movies on this list, you know, especially films like The Cobbler, and, I don't know, Grown Ups 2, incredible movies. I put Pixels on here because it's his most outrageous. They went big CGI here. We're going to try and make Adam Sandler an action hero. And there are just so many great things about this movie. Like how you bring in some genuinely talented actors. Like Peter Dinklage is in this movie. He's a fantastic, fantastic actor. You know, he's just incredible. I think we all best know him from that scene in Elf.
Call me Elf one more time.
I love what they done here because they sort of brought him in and sort of said, hey, look, we're going to make him quite bad in this, and you're still going to love the movie, because there's so many references in this movie that even though the film doesn't really do a great job at keeping you up to date and like with how the story's flowing, and it has some pacing issues, you know, the pacing issues and stuff, they don't matter. They don't matter, do they? Not really. Not really when you have a film like this, because it's got so much throwback stuff, like Donkey Kong, the game is in here and stuff, and to me, I'm just watching it like, oh, this film is so amazing. There's so many incredible things in here. Pixels for me is just it's damn near perfection, just because of the references and stuff. It's incredible. I know other films do references like the Lego Movie and stuff, Ready Player One, but those films, you know, they just don't work as well as this one because they don't have Adam Sandler. They don't have Adam Sandler. No. Terminator. Now, Terminator was also a hard one because, like the Transformers films and the Predator films, there's a few of them now. There's a few of them. The thing is, Terminator is they started off kind of boring. You know, Terminator 1 and 2, they were just they're old. They're old movies. Who likes old movies? You know what I mean? They're just old. No one likes old movies. And they were really slow, so I thought, you know, we got to go with a new one. We got to go with a more modern paced one. And there were so many great ones I could have gone with, like Dark Fate, because they the Dark Fate done something incredible. I want to say this before we move on to my pick. Dark Fate decided to take everything from the first two movies and just scrap it, because they know that people don't care about those first two movies. They're like, yeah, let's just scrap it. And then we're gonna have like multiple endings at the end. I thought that was really clever. Good job, Dark Fate. Next, but what I do want to talk about is Salvation. That's the one I'm going to pick here, because Salvation is so great, because they build up to this huge war and then it happens. And the thing is, wars in real life are not excited and fast paced. So I like the fact that with this movie, they made it like really slow, really kind of bogged down. And it's kind of boring at times, but it works so well for the movie, because you're kind of sitting there like, oh yeah, I'm bored with you. Well, we're bored together. This is so good. It's a huge war that we've been built up to, and we're bored together. How have you done this? Well done. Great job. Great job. Jaws. The Revenge. Wow. I mean, it took Jaws 4 attempts to get this film. I mean, you know, Spielberg done the first one, and it's so boring. You barely see the shark. You barely see the shark. What's the point if you barely see the shark? You know, it's a film about sharks, and there's barely any sharks in it. Let's go watch Shark Week. Second one, that's a bit silly, isn't it, with the electric cable. The third one was pretty fun. I mean, it was a water park. That was pretty fun. And the 3D shots were amazing. They stand the test of time so well. They look incredible. But Jaws of Revenge was so great, because the shark got clever. It, like, followed these characters. It killed some pretty major characters straight away. I was like, oh, damn, that was so surprising. What the hell? But all in all, I just really liked the ending of this movie. I thought it was so intelligent how the shark sort of jumped out of the water and the boat pierced it. I was like, yes, that's so cool. And then the shark explodes. I was like, I don't know why it's exploding.
Smile, you son of a bitch!
Wow, and it roars like a lion, and they use a shot from an old movie of it singing down, because, you know, why do they need to keep refilming stuff like that? You know, like, I don't blame them for trying to save money. Michael Caine gives the best performance of his career. Jaws of Revenge is absolutely incredible. And, you know, I've got proven wrong in old reviews of this. Someone once said to me, hey, the film made its money back, so it has to be good. And it's like, yeah, obviously. Obviously, if a film makes its money back, it has to be good. These are facts, people. Straight up, hardcore facts. Number two. What has just missed out my favourite film of all time? It's not 50 Shades. It's not Twilight. No, it's not even that. It is.
Jellicle cats, jellicle cats, jellicle
I mean, what? This movie's so good. I mean, you know, musicals are fantastic. For the most part, High School Musical. It's so good. All three High School Musicals are so good. You get bad musicals out there like La La Land. I mean, it's just depressing, isn't it? I mean, yeah. And Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, they're not that good of actors, really. You know, if you're gonna do a musical, you need to get some great actors to carry the film, like Zac Efron, and Vanessa Hudgens. High School Musical, god damn it, so good. You know, and then you got other things. Great Showman comes out, it's fluff. Who cares about that movie? You know, it wasn't so accurate to P.T. Barnum, so you can't like it. You're not allowed. You know, that's what a lot of people tell me who don't like the movie. You know, it wasn't accurate, so yeah, obviously they're right. You can't like it. Les Miserables, stage play, boring. Who cares? They're singing for the entire movie. You know, Moulin Rouge. The only time I want to see Ewan McGregor is as Obi-Wan.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there.
That's not even a joke. Cats is just so bloody incredible, though. Like, I never thought I'd see Judi Dench lick over, or bend over and then lick her own arsehole. That's something which truly has stuck with me. Hold it close to my heart. I'm never, ever going to forget it. The CGI in these things, it's like they're from another dimension, which I kind of love. I love it. The cat's also horny as well. I don't know. I can admire that. And Idris Elba is full-on Thanos-ing people all over the place. And he actually done it better than Thanos if you really think about it. Just because there was more mystery to him. And the CGI on him was still incredible. Whereas Thanos was a bit rocky. You know, you could sort of tell at times it was Josh Brolin. Whereas here, you couldn't even tell this was Idris Elba. So, yeah. But coming in at number one. Oh my god, guys. Coming in at number one is perhaps the greatest movie in the history of movies. Ready? Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Bam! What this movie is so good. Why? Because it didn't rely on anything that come before. It went, hey, Luke and Vader, you know, the whole point of Anakin's story was to build up Anakin becoming the chosen one and defeating the evil Emperor. Well, guess what? The Emperor survived, so all those films are pointless. Everything the last two movies set up as well in this sequel trilogy, it doesn't even matter, because Kylo's still going to keep flip-flopping and stuff. This film went, hey, sod this entire franchise. Sod this entire franchise that has been building up. We don't need any of that. I'm J.J. Abrams. I'm going to make my own movie. Here we are. I'm going to ignore everything that came before. It's like we're starting again and we're going to end in the same movie. It's so good. There are so many incredible lines in this movie.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
There's so many incredible shots and so many fantastic actors which are just there. Just there. I don't even know if they're having a good time, but who cares? Who cares? Wow, this movie is fantastic. They chucked half of John Williams' score out the window because John Williams is getting old now. He's given us enough. We don't need any more. We don't need any more. No. We don't need any more. No. The fact that they actually, like, ignored loads of Star Wars lore, I think is great as well, because Star Wars nerds. You guys need to chill out. You need to turn off and enjoy this movie. That's what a lot of people told me when I wasn't huge on it at first. They're like, you just need to switch off and enjoy it, because that's what makes a great movie. You need to be able to switch off, because if the film's not making sense and you switch off, all of a sudden it can be incredible. And that's the best advice I can give to you all now. If you're watching a film that you don't like and you just switch off, you might love it. You might love it. There we go, guys. Those are my top 10 films of all time. And I don't think they're really just I think it's kind of fact, don't you think? I mean, yeah. I mean, I look around at my collection right now, and there are some incredible films here. Here are the original 3 Transformers. It's so good. But there are some things here that, like, look at this. Goodfellas. It's just, I don't really need that, do I? It's just pretentious, slow, boring garbage. Martin Scorsese should really look at someone like J.J. Abrams, Josh Whedon, Michael Bay, and just really go, that's how you make a movie. That's how you make a movie. That is how you make a goddamn movie.